The name Operations Engine, the idea is that the operations of a firm are like the engine of a car where it kind of powers whatever the firm is trying to do.
Operations Engine is basically thinking about your inputs, process, and outputs. What I feel is special about this course is that it's also teaching us how to make those processes efficient in a way that you can gain competitive advantage.
There's a range of different activities that we do. So that can range from individual homeworks to group works to an actual simulation of a factory.
We use the quantitative skill sets that we have learned from our initial core courses in Fall 1 and apply to them how we managers make decisions.
And you actually really get to learn how to do the math behind calculating the process. And I think that's really important for students to learn, because if you are going to be a manager, these are the numbers that would directly impact the profit of your business.
In terms of topics, we cover a wide range of contexts, including things like healthcare, retail business, manufacturing. They learn probability models, queuing theory, to help them make data-driven decisions that is backed by theories.
The standout part for me is a simulation game that we play in the course. It's called the Little Field Simulation Strategy. You're given control of a factory for 100 days, but they're converted into 5 real days.
And we competed in teams to see who could run the most efficient operation. So we were all in charge of essentially a factory that had random demand, and we had to control that to make the most revenue possible.
It was pretty intense. I think people were checking their factories like every hour or so. It really taught me a lot about teamwork, but also managing uncertainty.
It also made a very competitive scene, right? I think some of us were competing for the top spot. Definitely the best part about Operations Engine.
So we talk about companies like Zara, fast fashion. We go beyond just looking at their supply chain and also discuss the sustainability consequences of fast fashion.
So the Zara case was about how Zara used their operations to gain a competitive advantage, and they run a really agile operation, which means they can adapt super quickly to customer tastes.
They don't store a lot of inventory, and that they're also able to delay the customization process to better meet demands and avoid buildup or waste.
Every time we get to about the halfway point of this lecture, a student will say, well, like this is leading to a lot of, unsustainable purchasing habits and essentially creating this extra demand for clothes, and we're actually wasting a lot of it.
It encompasses both business and society, right? Because as a leader, you are making decisions to, what to order, when to order, how to eliminate waste, and being the most efficient company as much as possible.
One thing that I always say at the last lecture is that all models are wrong, but some are useful, and give them the framework to analyze those complex problems.
So now when I think about different operational problems, I have certain mathematical models that I can apply and then actually take data-driven decisions.
I currently am going to intern at a CPG company. I would be working very closely with the supply chain team and the finance team, so understanding the process behind that will give me a better holistic view into the business.
So this course really helps you, challenges you the way to think, right? It's changing your mindset.
And I can see for myself, taking it back to the tech industry in a slightly different lens is going to make me a more effective leader and run a better business at the end of the day.